Welcome to Discussing Dad Life, where we break down bullshit so you don't have to. I'm Void. This is No, and let's go.
For what?
Okay, so right now we're at negative 337.25. So we have too much expensiveness going on here. So we're probably going to need to either one, get another roommate, or lower our bills somehow. So a lot of people, let's man, that's insane. Let's lower the car payment to $150. Enter. There you go. That saves a little bit of money. Food. Let's knock it down. You're gonna have to do $100. Nope. What are you doing? All right. Now your savings. You're gonna have to. Man, that's not good. Yeah.
Sorry.
You're fine. You're gonna have to take away some of that savings. Just do your savings at $100. Maybe even just $52.25. No, I want you to rewrite it into just the $52.25.
Actually, let's do something fun.
Go for it.
In column H, put an X.
Next, right there.
The cell right next to it, put an X.
Right next to it.
H, not F. H. X. Just write X. Okay. Hit enter. Now in the top, where highlight column I and right click. No. Go up to the actual column. Hit right click, insert. Okay, now go down to where the X is. And nope, go one column over to I. And write the following formula. Equals IF parenthesis open parenthesis shift 9. Yep. So this is a if-then statement. So we're going to be, might as well use Excel for what it's intended. So now click H12. You know you can click it and it's much faster than writing it, right?
Okay.
Comma. Oh, I'm sorry. No. If H12 equals quotation X quotation comma 0 comma, if not then G12. No, I'm sorry. Just put G12. Close parenthesis. Nope. Backspace. Enter. Okay. Now highlight that one or select that cell in the bottom right corner again, and now drag it up to I2. Right there. Okay, now hit the $sign. And then I1. Hit auto sum. I2 to I12. Enter. Now in K1 equals D1 minus I1. Enter. Now you're only $35 short if you eliminate all of your savings. Are you sleeping on me?
Yeah.
Do you sleep on me?
Yeah.
You're like, this is so boring.
I hate this shit, dude.
Okay, so now we still got to come up with $35 so they can break even, right?
Okay.
So your miscellaneous, you're gonna have to cancel that next Netflix subscription,
Yeah,
or that
lower
Hulu
that.
subscription. So you're gonna need to lower your.
Drop it down to 15.
Well, I drop it down to 30,
0.
and then you know what? You're gonna have to buy some cheap shampoo, I think, and drop your hygiene down a little bit. So
Yeah.
go ahead and make
Drop
those
it.
changes.
Yeah.
I would like instructions.
He just told you.
How?
Drop the hygiene down. Okay.
Drop the hygiene. Which one? Because there's two.
No,
That one right there.
no, that one.
Yep. Drop it down to what? 25?
Yeah. Drop your miscellaneous down to
15.
like 25 as well. Bam. That gets you break even. But you have no extra spending money at all.
Spending money.
But that's a simple way you can do that, right? And then this isn't even taking into account most people have credit cards, so they have credit card bills. You know.
This is just a simple basic formula.
Yep. So if you have a credit card bill, you'd put your credit card in there. What I also like to do is most people, like your car. How much do you owe left on your car, right?
That's what I'm saying. I have mine paid off. So.
Well, yeah. You are not like most Americans. Most Americans have a car note.
Yeah.
So, you know, putting how much you have left on there, so that way you can actually start overpaying and trying to knock those out. So that way you don't have those reoccurring bills that are not for basic necessities like rent or phone or food. Did you drop the food down?
Had to.
Had to.
That's what a lot of people are doing right now.
Yeah.
They're dropping their food. And
They're having to starve. And the bad part about this is they're working 80 hours at one job and another 20 hours at another job and are not and can barely make it by.
And this is pushing it.
So this is doing two things. One is it's actually doing a few things for you. One, you're getting to see a little bit how Excel works.
Yeah.
Right. So if you're interested in Excel, there are advanced classes. You can learn how to do pivot tables and graphing and all the fun jazz. You can actually use like futures programs on it and stuff like that, so you can predict where things are going to land. You know, Excel is amazing.
That's crazy, dude. Barely breaking even.
The next thing it's showing is how to set a basic income or a basic budget, so that way you can budget for things. The sad part about this is
You have no room.
There's no room. So
Where's Joe Biden's breathing room?
Yeah. I mean, the funny thing is if you wanted to, we could actually take a look at rent in like 2018. Whoops.
What do you're in 2018?
Yeah.
Oh, light just died.
The battery died.
Let's see. What was rent in 2018?
$747.
Oh my God.
So now go to G2.
Up.
Right there.
Oh yeah. Never mind. Take it back.
And change the 1695 to 747.
Check that shit out. He's making money.
So you could get by.
Back then.
5 years ago, before Biden.
Yep.
When
Before
Trump
Biden took over.
When Trump was in office, the economy was much better, and that is just one really quick way to show that Biden has screwed the economy
That was a
over.
really good way to show people. That right there was phenomenal.
Yeah, he
And look, you could take some of that extra money, maybe get some more food. You could put shit into savings. You could do all kinds of shit right there.
delete that X out of H.
That's crazy, dude.
Hit enter. Look at that.
That's insane.
Look at
and
that.
Still have some fucking extra money.
I guess you didn't
Damn.
even need to do that because I left J
Yeah.
showing it.
But look at that.
Even with putting in, you could actually start saving, and then
You
you'd
could-
have extra.
A little bit of money.
You could actually go ahead and say, hey, I don't want to live with 3 people. I want to live with 2 people.
Right?
So you
Kick
could
one
actually
roommate
take
out.
that rent and change it from 3 to 2. Let's see what that does. Bam. He still
You're
has
still
extra.
saving $40. Damn.
So when this is why I get so frustrated when people are just like, oh, the economy's doing well. The economy is
it's
not doing well.
I know it's not doing. I mean, I make decent money. So do you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm struggling. But I also have 6 people.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude.
It's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. And I wasn't referring to you saying
No,
the
no.
economy is well. You're, you know, I wouldn't be
I-
friends
I
with
make
you if
it.
you thought the economy is doing well. I'd question your critical thinking skills.
Give a shit.
I question them already.
That's fine. Question everything. That's what I always say.
Can't believe you fell asleep on me. I know it's boring.
Well, I started dozing off, dude. I'm tired. I was up all night.
No, it's all good. But the main purpose of this was to show everyone that formulating a budget is not hard. You just need to know your bills, and you need to go
Learn how to
with
run
your
Excel.
net income. Do not go with your gross income. Those are two different things.
Gross income is your total before taxes, right?
before taxes,
That's what I
before
thought.
taxes, before 401k, before insurance, all that stuff. Right?
Yeah, I can't afford insurance. The company I work for doesn't provide insurance. So if I
really?
want insurance, I have to pay for it myself.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah. So we don't have insurance.
Even with Obamacare?
Yeah, okay. Dude, I was so pissed off when Obamacare, speaking of that, when we were working at IMP, because I didn't have a choice, dude. Like, I was literally forced to fucking have it. I was like, I don't want it.
Yeah.
Like, it was too expensive.
Yeah, it was too expensive. You were forced to have it. If you didn't have it, you had to pay a fine.
Yeah. I was like, fuck you.
So, for one, it was
hated
highly illegal. I was really happy. That was one of the things Trump got rid of.
Yeah.
I was really disappointed that Trump couldn't go further than that. They had the House, they had the Senate, and they had Trump, and they couldn't come up with a better insurance plan.
They kicked out his ideas, didn't they?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, well, establishment Republicans had no taste for Trump, right?
Yeah.
So,
pussies.
but at the same time, Trump's plan was kind of, oh, we'll have one, but then he never really had any details on it, right? So, as much as you guys like to think or may think that I'm a huge Trump fan, I'm not a huge Trump fan. Trump did some really stupid shit.
I think every president
Baldwin,
does some stupid shit.
was that?
I said, I think every president does some stupid shit.
Oh yeah. So, but my thing is I'm not like the Democrats, and I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, Joe Biden's poop smells like roses, or
Fuck
Obama was the best president ever.
That's a fucking lie.
There was no scandals. We didn't have a single scandal with Obama. Come on,
You're
really?
lying to yourself at this point.
Like,
Dude, that's crazy, dude. I'm
you
sorry.
you can like what he did, but be realistic, be pragmatic, and still call out the bad things that happened. Yeah. And I really wanted to show that from 5 years ago. A person 5 years ago could live on minimum wage. You cannot live on minimum wage anymore.
Dude, I'm
This
still
is
mind
why-
blown right now.
And even 5 years ago, people were struggling, right?
Yeah, but obviously not as bad.
Not nearly as bad. You could do it if you had the
Determination.
Yeah, there you go. Determination. That's a good word. If you had the determination,
And the
you could
fortitude.
actually make it work.
The self-discipline. Dude, you could do it.
Yeah.
It was a little hard.
Yeah, I mean, you were working 100
But you
hours every
still-
2 weeks.
Yeah, and you still got savings. You still got $40. You can go buy a beer.
Yeah, yeah.
If that's your thing.
And the funny thing is food. You'd almost be able to drop the food down because the freaking inflation wasn't so bad back then either.
Yeah, and that's the thing is
Like
like these
one
are
person-
obviously rounded up numbers.
Yeah, one person could probably actually live realistically on $100 5 years ago.
Food? Yeah.
Now,
Ramen, homie.
that's why I was a little like, you change the food, like, dude's gonna be like in the hospital, like dying of malnutrition.
Well, dude, like we had to figure out how to make that work. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I changed the food was because, dude, a lot of people are having to do that. They are sacrificing food
Yeah.
to pay for those extra bills, that stupid credit card bill. Or
Depending
whatever.
on where you live, though, I would have sacrificed the car, sold the car.
Yeah, you could have walked to work.
Yeah. So I mean,
But where we live, dude, you kind of have to have a car out here.
But the other thing that that we should point out right here is, without actually having it in front of you, it's highly unlikely that you're actually going to have that conversation, right?
Yeah.
You're saying, "Oh, I dropped down the food." Well, having it in front of you, well, the food's more important. The car, let's get rid of the car, right?
Yeah.
But that's the purpose of putting the budget together. One
Yeah.
is it tells you what you should and should not be working on.
It just puts everything in front of you.
Yeah.
Like you were saying.
And it kind of goes back to the, like, if you don't have the name, or if you don't have the, oh my God, I'm screwing this up, man.
It's all right, dude.
I'm supposed to be the articulate one according to you, and
You
I'm
are.
butchering
Hey,
this.
dude, I'm the one falling asleep. You're good.
But like, unless it's in front of you, unless you can actually visibly see it, like, unless you know what you're talking about, it's hard to wrap your mind around it, right?
Yeah.
Because you might think it in your head one way, and then you actually start putting it down on paper, and then it's,
That's crazy.
it's nuts. So
That is really nuts. Good job on that, though. Good
Yeah.
presentation.
So I recommend everyone putting a little budget together. If you're having Go back to Excel, bud.
There you go.
So I always like, it doesn't really matter, but income, if you have 2 jobs, put 1 and 2. If you're married and you want to account for all incomes, you put 1, 2, and 3. If you are collecting Social Security and you're working a job, put your job and then Social Security, whatever, put all your income in 1. So like when I just recently redid my budget, I kind of told you some of the personal things that were going. So I just redid mine. I didn't account for any of my budget bonuses, and I didn't account for any of my side job income. So my budget is strictly based on my base wage at my main job.
And see, mine fluctuates. Mine's really hard to do a budget like this. My income, what do you call it? Varies every week.
Depending on how much
work I get done.
So I always like to, again, this is not advice. It's just, I'm telling you what I like to do. If you're in a job where you're making a base salary and then you get a bonus like every month or every 3 months or every 6 months or whatever,
don't count it.
Don't count your bonus.
Yep.
Set your budget up for your base salary. If you're working 2 jobs and one job can cover all your bills, don't even count the other one. Just go ahead and put that one into savings right away.
Yeah.
Right? Because the big thing is a lot of people don't put things into savings, and then when a rainy day comes around, they have nothing to fall back on. So then all of a sudden the credit cards start getting loaded up, and then all of a sudden you start getting yourself more financial debt. They don't teach this stuff in high school. I'm not telling you guys you should be doing any of this stuff. I'm just pointing out that these are things that
he does that works.
I do that work. Yeah. Until the IRS comes and drains out your savings account.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
keep that in mind too, right? They just increased the IRS by 75,000 agents.
I don't know. I thought it got dropped or something.
No, they did it.
Didn't the Republicans appeal something?
They were trying to defund it and whatnot, but they never did.
They never did it.
So yeah,
Fucking
Biden, his administration wanted to increase the IRS by 75,000 to go after the top 1% earners. We all know that you don't need
really
75,000.
Middle class.
Yeah, it was mainly to go after.
And
the
I
middle
know the
class.
IRS just bought a whole bunch of guns. They're going to get their money one way or another.
Yep. So I mean, pretty soon I actually could see. I really honestly foresee the federal government coming and starting to take homes from people and putting people on the street. And they're probably given to illegal immigrants and whatnot. Be like, we have houses that we just took from here. You can have it.
You can have it, since we can't deny you loans or anything.
Yeah. So
Civil War.
That's just my speculation, but I mean, I dealt with the IRS this last year, and I can honestly tell you that it was a joke.
Was it everything you thought it would be? Lube and all?
Oh, no lube. Definitely no lube. Yeah, I was less than happy with that.
I've been pissed.
It screwed me over. I had plans, and I had to basically drain all my savings.
They said,
they're just like, oh, you're middle class. We need money, so we're gonna take it from you.
Our government is so corrupt right now.
Funny thing is like I went and I took care of it. I went and talked to accountants and I talked to some lawyers and I fought it and I got a lot of it knocked down because they were just straight up lying. They straight up lied.
That's insane.
So I got a lot of that knocked down, but there was one from 6 or 7 years ago or something like that they went ahead and charged interest for all of it. And I was like, so I had to pay the interest on it, which wasn't even bad. I spent 10 times as much in interest as I did on the freaking thing.
The original charge?
Was that?
But then the original charge?
Yeah, it was $60.
Oh my God.
It was something like that. It was something stupid because I didn't click one thing or something like that.
Cross your I's and dot your T's?
There was something where there's you claimed this much, and it was but I'm not even gonna get into it. All I know is it was from 6 years ago, and the interest was way higher than even the freaking what was actually owed.
That's crazy.
It was so stupid.
Viva la revolution.
Yeah. So yeah, IRS, you guys are a bunch of jackass wagons. I don't like you.
I don't think anybody does.
No one likes the IRS. And then you were talking about people from the IRS actually quitting the IRS after they realized.
I saw a video that he was he worked for the IRS and he got asked by a customer. He got asked. He goes,
"You mean
where?"
victim?
where is it in the law that says I have to pay taxes?
And they couldn't find it.
And they couldn't find it. The guy literally was like, I couldn't find anywhere in the Constitution. I couldn't find anywhere where it is.
Well, the Constitution doesn't set it up, but then even tax laws don't even have it in there.
Exactly. And he said,
You know,
I quit.
You know why income tax actually came around, right?
1930 something. I don't know.
Came in for during World War II.
Yeah, 1930.
Yeah. Yeah, into 30s, into 40s. 42, we entered the war. 41. Shit, I can't remember. 41.
Yeah.
But yeah, it came about actually for the war effort.
Mm-hmm. They said, yeah.
And it was actually supposed
Bonds.
to, after the war was done, it was actually supposed to go. But the thing is once government gets a little bit of taste of power, they never want to give it up.
Yeah.
So
so ever since then, we've been paying taxes.
And not just paying taxes, we're actually funding the entire world for these
Dude, it's just
gender studies in Pakistan.
Dude, it's just so stupid. We pay taxes on everything.
Why are we paying for gender studies in Pakistan?
Fuck them.
Explain to me why my taxpayer money that I'm giving to the government has to go to gender studies in Pakistan.
Because we can't even figure out our own goddamn genders here. Fuck.
It's just absolutely asinine.
It is.
So
I saw something in the budget the other day. I think it was Marjorie Taylor Greene or whatever talking about some of the money that's being spent, for taxes and shit. And she was talking about something, the sheep fornication while high or something like that. I don't fucking remember, but it was something completely ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck do I care about how bumblebees fuck? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, who the hell cares, dude? That whole thing pisses me off. I don't mean to keep being vulgar. I'm trying not to, but
no,
dude, it's so stupid. The shit that we spend our money on.
Yeah, 100% agree, bro. 100% agree.
Like,
yeah, that's a good place to end it. Let's end
anyways,
it.
you guys have a good one. Peace.
Thank you for watching. Please give us a like, share, and subscribe. Till then, peace.